and many people do not realize this, the Constitution also gives you a final say in sections of judicial work. When a person has been convicted of a capital offense and has been sentenced to death by the trial court, and all the appellate attempts to have this overturned or minimized fails, the only person who can save that person from being hanged is you, as the president. In other words, the president of Uganda is the last appellate court on sentence, including for theft of chicken. You are the last appellate court on sentence, because the fellow who has been given 3 years, you could choose tomorrow to commemorate independence to set him free. Because the person who has been condemned to suffer death in accordance with the law can be saved by you as the last appellate court. So this underscores the point that the three arms of government are not strangers to one another. They should not operate from positions of belligerence. They should operate in harmony, but without losing sight of their constitutional responsibility to do their part. Rules for grant of for bail, and this is just one instance where discretion is exercised, is very clear. There are many factors in addition to the judicial official or officer satisfying himself or herself that the applicant will actually turn up for hearing when the time comes. But there are many other factors. It is the duty of a judicial officer to look at the entire circumstance when considering bail. There are instances, for example, where a grant of bail may work adversely against the applicant. We know of cases where people have taken up the law into their hands and consigned beneficiaries of bail to their graves. We know that capital offenses of whatever nature is of grave concern to the community. So in the exercise of judicial discretion to grant bail, it is the duty of a judicial officer to look at all these circumstances and boldly, without fear or favor, make the decision whether to grant or not to grant. For me, as head of the judiciary, I would love to see judicial officers taking into account these considerations and noting them down, so that there is no doubt as to what could have moved a particular judicial officer to grant bail or to exercise discretion in other circumstances where the law permits the exercise of discretion. Your Excellency, I remember it was at your instance that we should have had a meeting between you and the entire judicial officers of this country. This was before COVID-19 set in with the consequential decision to lock down. It is my hope that sooner than later an opportunity will present itself. Judicial officers are about 400 only. An opportunity will present itself where